Joined by Jim Stevenson in the away dugout at Tranmere Rovers. The noise in the background is the lawn mowers. They're cutting. They're all quite happy. Spring in their step. 3 points for Tranmere. They shouldn't really have had them tonight, should they?
No, we're disappointed in there. After the game, we're all very down, which is, I suppose, shows how far we've come really to come to a place like this and be as disappointed as we are. But no, we should have capitalised on a good first half performance, and second half we got overrun in the end.
It was so comfortable for Aldershot in the first half. It was almost beyond belief, really, wasn't it? Nothing like Grimsby or Wrexham at all. We kept the ball well. We looked by far the more penetrative side. We got the goal that our play deserved, and it was all looking so good until the 44th minute, wasn't it?
It was, yeah, and it's one of those ones that changes the game. And the two centre halves have been really solid, to be fair to the last 2-3 games, and it was one of those ones where Omar's cleared it. It's a ricochet and it falls right in front of his feet. And sometimes you don't get the luck of the bounce, and we didn't on that occasion. And like you say, it sort of changed the game, and they come out second half and give them a big lift.
Can I ask, Jim, what the message was at half-time in terms of how we should approach it? Was there an expectation that Tranmere would be coming at us after a bit of a rollick in themselves?
Yeah, we knew they'd come out, and the gaffer said if we keep doing what we're doing and being as disciplined as we are and making good decisions, then we'll win the game. And they did come out, but we weren't as disciplined maybe in our decision making on the ball.
We sat back a little bit, I think almost expecting them to come onto us, and we almost invited it. It's how it felt. It's frustrating to say that, and I don't want to criticise, but it feels like we handed them the initiative rather than they wrestled it off us. Do you know what I mean?
I think that's a fair point. I think we were too deep, and we were talking on the pitch saying we've got to get up. But sometimes it's easy to say it, and when you're under the cosh, the natural thing is to just drop off to try and be solid. But like you say, then you're there to be picked off. So we've got to learn from that. We've been on a good little run, and we've got to learn from nights like tonight and think that when we are under the cosh, we've got to be brave, get up the pitch and get back to playing the way we know we can to hurt them going the other way, rather than just allowing them to come onto us, which is probably what happened in the second half.
A couple of key decisions early on in the second half. One went for us, one went against. Looked like a pretty clear penalty that we gave away, somehow not given. Did you think the same? Oh no, that's going to be a penalty? Or when Reece took down the guy inside the box, can you remember that?
Yeah, I do remember it. I was screaming at the ref. He dived because I'm on Aldershot's team, and I didn't want him to give a penalty. But to be honest, I didn't have a great view of it, and you've seen him giving, haven't you?
And what about the Tranmere goal as ultimately credited to Meki? I'm not sure about that. Was it clearly over the line?
I think it was, yeah. Dan said it was. He almost did unbelievable, to be fair, to claw it out. It would have been an unbelievable save, but it wasn't to be, and I think it was over, yeah.
Okay. Ultimately, another goal put the gloss on the finish for Tranmere, but perhaps flattered them a little bit with the scoreline. Time perhaps just to reflect the fact that we've had a decent run of late, haven't we? And at one point early on in the live table, we were sitting 6th tonight. Ultimately, I think we've ended up 13th, but there's still all to play for and lots to be encouraged about.
There is. It's very tight. We know this league, and anyone can sort of beat anyone on their day. It's one of those leagues. But we've been on a good run, and we've got to pick ourselves up. We've had some long journeys, so we've got to get our rest in now, make sure we recover, and pick ourselves up and go again Saturday. Looking forward to a home game after all the travelling. Bring 3 points back to the Ebb Stadium.
Hopefully we will. Just sorry to take it back a little bit one more. I think people that weren't at the game, that didn't listen to the commentary, will probably sort of quite lazily think, oh well, it was one trip too many and tired legs. But it wasn't so much that, really. Was it just more that once we'd gone behind, it was difficult to find another gear again?
Yeah, I think it's fair. I mean, like I say, goals change games, and I think the goal before half-time's given them a massive lift. They've brought the big lad off and brought another striker on that was something a bit different, and it's hard when you're out there to sort of pinpoint really where the game changed. But like I say, maybe we just dropped off a bit, and I think the 3-1 scoreline, like you say, flatters them. They probably wouldn't. You can see they'll be thrilled to get a 3-1 victory there, because the first half they were frustrated. They didn't look like they had anything, and we can take pride in that. But like I've said, we've got to learn from the second half there, and when we are under the cosh, how to get back on top and cause them problems going the other way.
So thoughts finally then turning to Macclesfield on Saturday. You've got obviously it'll be a day off tomorrow when you do eventually get back, and then back in and hopefully continue with a recent good home form. The last couple of games.
Yeah, like I said, I'm looking forward to another home game after the all the coach travelling and stuff. It's part of football. But yeah, looking forward to getting back home and putting on a good performance. We'll get our rest in now, recover properly, and be sharp, ready for Saturday to beat Macclesfield.
Thanks, Jim.
Cheers.
All the best, mate.
Cheers.
Yeah, and you, Jim. Cheers, mate.